Hey everybody, so it's crazy that I'm even making this video because some things are kind of gone down throughout last week and I was gonna make a rant video. Friday, you follow me on Twitter, you know I was gonna make a rant video about a certain topic. So weekend comes and goes, it's Sunday now, and I was like, well, you know, it's kind of died down, so I'm not going to really say anything. But then I go on YouTube this morning, and I'm looking at high maintenance video, and it has to do with Nikki Dior. So I'm watching high maintenance video. I still need to go back and finish watching her video. But in the middle of her video, I was like, I need to know what's going on. So I go over to Nikki Dior's page, and I hear about what basically happened at her first meetup. Now, let me just say this. If there's nothing that irritates me more, it's what I like to call now, like the Ann Coulters of natural hair. You know what I'm saying? You're not kinky enough, your hair's not curly enough, it's not long enough, all this simple stuff that they have people believing that is some kind of mold you need to fit to be a natural hair woman or whatever, or somebody going through the natural hair process, to be a part of the natural hair community and all that good stuff. And because of those individuals who I don't know if they weren't hugged enough as children, maybe they ate paint chips as children, I'm not sure where it stems from, but it just irritates me to no end how everybody, or not everybody, because what I'm going to really try to do during this video is I don't want to box people in, and I don't want to make a blanket statement or anything like that, because I see a lot of that being done. So I will say there's a small, just ignorant majority of these natural hair ladies that use these meetups or these groups and stuff like this to segregate or to pick and choose, or, you know, that's one reason why I don't really like the hair typing thing, because when you start grouping things, then it leaves so much room to group it down even more. And then to say, you know, you got these two groups going at each other. Let's say we're type 3A over here and we're type 4A over here. Well, ours does this. Well, our hair does this. Well, your hair doesn't do, you know, then you got that going on. So that's why I don't follow every blog. I don't participate, you know, with every website that goes out or every group that happens, because I'm very leery about that. Because if it's one thing that irritates me, and I don't know if it's because I'm a Leo or what it is, but I just hate unnecessary drama, because there's so much daily, everyday drama that goes on that you would never think that there would be some drama with natural hair. The issue that I was talking about earlier that made me want to make the video is the grease thing that's going on now. People are using grease for their twist outs. OMG. People are losing their freaking minds. Oh, you're not supposed to do this. Oh, I heard you're not supposed to do this. I heard so-and-so said you're not supposed to do this. And so on and so forth. I personally, let me tell you about what I think about the grease. I personally don't use it because it's too heavy for my texture. It was too heavy for my texture when I was growing up, before I got a perm, after perm. It's just, the consistency of grease is just too heavy on my hair texture. It is. I can't knock anybody else, though, for using it on their hair. But people do. We always, some of us feel like we just always have to bark at somebody else for what they're doing with their hair. And what I'm noticing, everybody is so going crazy about the whole grease thing. I haven't seen one. I'll just pull African Export out. I haven't seen her putting it on her scalp. That's where grease is going to be a problem. You slap it on your scalp. Yeah, your hair follicles, they can't breathe. Yeah, you're going to have issues. She's using it to seal in moisture, just like you would do with any kind of butter. But newsflash, even though shea butter, All those other type of butters that you can buy, yes, they're 100% natural, all that good thing, but it will cause some killer buildup on your hair too. It does to me. There are certain butters that I can't use that other naturals can use, and it's all just texture based. At the end of the day, no matter what you're using and what you're putting in your hair, that's not even the issue. The issue is making sure that you have a good cleansing regimen. That's it. If you're getting it out of your hair often, then okay, what's the issue? What is the problem between buying some, whatever Blue Magic or whatever a lot of people are using versus having to go out and buy this uber expensive shea butter or something like that? Oh well, do you. I want people to hear me when I say, when it comes to your natural hair, you have to write the rules for your hair. Everybody's hair is different. Everybody's hair has some different textures in it. Everybody's hair falls differently. It holds moisture differently. It looks differently when it's dry or put into a style, put in a twist out. My twist out is not going to look like your twist out, so there may be a different regimen that I have to do whatever style that I'm doing. There's no rule book. There's no rule book here. It is trial and error. That's all it is. It is. Now, yes, do I like the books? Like the books I have up here, like Grow It, Ultra Black Hair Growth 2, Curly Girl, and what else do I have? I have the newer one too. The Science of Black Hair. I have that one too. But there are different aspects out of all those books that I pull out. There's no natural hair Bible to follow, rules to follow, or anything like that. My job as a vlogger, and if I ever stray away from this, or you catch me, doing something else other than this, call me on it. But my job as a vlogger, really, is just to show you and take you through my experience and what works on me and what I do. Sometimes you use the things that you use the different styles or techniques that I may show you. And that's why I subscribe to an array of natural hair ladies, people that do makeup, fashion. I've subscribed to some perm ladies because there are different pieces that I like that come from those channels, that I pick from those channels, and what gravitated me to subscribe to them in the first place. I can tell you, going back to this Nikki Dior situation, I am a very nice person. You guys know I try to keep it 100. I try to be respectful. But I can, and trust me when I say this, if I go to a meetup and you show me shade just because of heredity or what God gave me, if you show me shade because of that and you don't have anything else against me or any other issues against me, and you show me shade if we're at a meetup, I guarantee you I'm going to call you on it. Because nobody is going to discredit my journey or my hair. There is beauty in all types of hair. All types of hair. It kills me. Some people think that you have to be kinky enough or your struggle has to be hard enough. My daughter and I have two different textures of hair. Two completely different textures. But we each have the beauties in that texture, and we both have the struggles of having that texture. Your struggle for your texture is no different or no harder than my struggle for my texture, because at the end of the day, we still feel, we still get frustrated over our hair or anything, like that. Like I said, this whole thing, is it going to stop? Absolutely not. Because unfortunately, I think with a lot of us, and this is just that whole female hormonal thing going on, that the cattiness will never stop. That's just a lot of women are just catty just because catty. We're always what she got going on, what da 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 da. All of this going back and forth, and it just boggles my mind that we're all like grown women and this is hair. It's hair. But like I said, If you're going to throw shade at me, do it with something that is concrete. But you can't throw shade at a different individual because of the texture that she has in her hair. You can't do that. And even if somebody does have a texture that's different from my hair, but they're trying to achieve something that maybe I'm doing, or they need to know a technique that would work for them, because I'm subscribed to different textures and things of that nature, then I can point you in the right direction. If my technique, because of my texture doesn't work for you, I can point you in another direction. People don't realize, and that's why I like being affiliated with naturallycurly.com, what drew me to them and why I did that contest to become a vlogger for them, because I can go to their website or I can look at their channel on YouTube and it's a wide array of people. Newsflash, some of my natural sisters, there are white women who are natural too. I said it. It's the truth. There are some white ladies that have to learn how to embrace their curl and have to learn how to detangle and have to learn how to find, what products work on their texture and so on and so forth. Newsflash, it's just not us. It's crazy. You think that people that go through the natural hair process are only black women. There are a lot of people that think that. It's not the case. I know some Italian women whose hair it's kinky, that they have to figure out, maneuver this whole life of having natural hair. So you can't just say it's just all about black women or anything like that. I mean, I've had white women approach me to see if I can help them, with their particular journey. And if I don't know, I'm going to point you to the right direction. And guess what? We're going to end up learning together. So that when the next person comes to me, I can, help them and figure out what direction to point them in. So that's why I respect websites like naturallycurly.com and things like that, Curly Nikki and Natural Chica and things like that, because they've gone beyond the whole cattiness. These are just grown women, online talking about natural hair and the lifestyle of it in a grown, respectful, mature way. So this is crazy. I'm gonna go and do my hair, and like I said, I have bad days with my hair, I have good days with my hair. There's hair that's kinkier than mine. My daughter's hair is kinkier than mine, but guess what? It will give you the bangingest twist out you ever want to see because of her texture. It is gorgeous. Her hair is gorgeous, and it is super kinky, and that's okay. That's all right. My hair isn't better than her hair. Her hair isn't better than my hair. There's no better. That we need to get past the whole what's better or what's good or what's bad or what's pretty or what's ugly. All that simple stuff just needs to really go away. It's just really ridiculous. So I feel better. I got this off my chest now. Since Friday, I've just been losing my mind. I mean, after I watched Nikki's video this morning, I was disgusted. I was so pissed off. That, I mean, I guess that's a good thing because I got my closets clean. I took that frustration and cleaned my closet. So that's a good thing. My closet's winterized now. So with all that out of the way, and if you want to discuss it more, we can. Anything like that. I'm not saying the issue closed or nothing like that, but, we can do that. So, yeah, we got some different videos that are going to be coming up about winter and fall regimens and all that good stuff. Some protective styles and some good stuff that are going to be coming through on my channel. So, I'm hoping you guys stick with me and I haven't pissed off anybody or disrespected anybody or anything like that. But that's just the way that I feel, and that's just what I think of it. So, yeah, write your own rules for your hair. There's no systematic way of having natural hair, and there's, if it ever gets to the point where I go to meetups or anything like that and I feel like that, like I said, I'm going to check you. I have to. It's in my nature. And that's probably best for you that I check you, and I check you respectfully, because you could side-eye the wrong person and it'll be a completely different way that you get checked. And whoever the girl was that didn't want to give Nikki Dior the gift bag, like, how ignorant was that? Like, that was just totally uncalled for. But I mean, karma and all that stuff, that'll take its place. That'll take place, and that'll deal with you, and eventually you'll feel the way that you made her feel at that time. So that'll happen, and that'll, that it is what it is. All right, so talk to you guys later. Bye.